You don't want it super tight because then it squeaks. So there's a very finite, just barely. Hear that? That's how you want it, just like that. All right. Gotta be careful this doesn't slide on you as you're applying pressure to mark it. So I have this piece here just to support my track, keep it from spinning like that. So I want to just, I know my track, so I know if I hide my score mark, it'll cut right where I want it. Important to keep your grippers. Some denatured alcohol will clean those up. It's important that this track doesn't slide, and it will too. As you push on it, it will want to slide a little bit. So a lot of things going on here. Hide my score mark a little bit. I can always take wood away. I can't add it. But there are some tricks. So I want to hold my track and my piece of wood. Now you can clamp it if you want, but I'm too impatient. I don't want to clamp each board. So I'm a little off there. It moved a little bit. Little back I think my lens got scratched. It's kind of cloudy there. Just noticed that. Oh well, might have to buy a new action camera. Dark on white, you can get away with crack. But if this wood was light, it'll show your crack. It'll magnify it. So you got to be good. There's no way around it. You got to be good. Okay. Push it down. All right. So now I'm just marking the back of it here. As you can see, peeling the wood a little bit on the corner there, which is kind of how I like it. That one's perfect. It's kind of how you want it. Don't want it too tight, because if that run deflects, it'll rub against that skirt. So there are some inherent problems with being too perfect. So you don't want to squeeze it down, or I mean, you could be an 1/8 inch long and just step on that step and squeeze it into place. But what'll happen is it'll squeak. So I'm gonna That one was a little rough. My first one of the day, so not perfect, but as I get warmed up, they get better. Yeah, so I'm a little high. I knew I was high there. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. So as I dry fit these, gotta remember there's going to be glue underneath this, so that's going to lift this a little bit. So not a lot though. So I want to be a little low, and you want to make sure that your nosing isn't tilted up, because you'll feel that. You want your step to be flat, so you need to allow for your glue to cause that to. So, anyways, there we go. All right, let's go get the other one. So, you can get this jig on Amazon. I think it's 15 bucks for these little ears. And then you can use any kind of wood in the center here. So, and then you want to mark it. I got front on it, so that's always telling me. So when I do the step, I mark front. And then when I'm doing the risers, I always make sure that it's pointing down. That way I have a reference. It's really easy to grab this, go outside, and then forget. So. All right. Okay. Sure they're loose. Tighten it up. Okay. Over here. Push on that. Kind of push this back. Push this forward. Get it snug. Okay. Be careful pulling that out. It can move on you if it's not tight, the jig. The jig's not tight. All right. So let's go pick a nosing here. Let's go with this guy. Okay. Okay. Now let me get a. Trying to match the color. Okay. Okay. I want it to go together pretty easy. So I'm going to get my groove through space. Okay. Okay. I've got my front facing forward, and since I marked it from the back out, I'll mark it from the back. Okay. Okay. My other step moved on me a little bit. So the harder you push, the more it can move. Nice and gentle. The reason I'm going to mark the front here is because when I'm cutting this side off, my track saw is going to be pushing out, causing that to chip. I won't mark it over here because I know as I move in, I'll get a clean cut. So I want to get my line. Mark that really good. You want to score that because you don't want that to chip. Okay? Alright. Track it. Okay. Also, I've got this, see how this nosing's pressing against that? So when I push on the saw, this isn't going to move. So I'm limiting my, kind of holding this in place. So the only thing that can move is my track. And it's been moving on me this morning for some reason. I don't know why. I will say this, it's important that you keep your splinter guard as perfect as possible with your saw. And as you change blades, that can change. So, Festool does make a replacement. I think I got it right here. Yeah, right here. Festool does make some replacement stuff, and it's really easy to do. So, if your splinter guard is off from your blade a little bit, I recommend resetting that up. You know, everything that's as perfect as possible makes for a better outcome. So, and I know that I just respect this little track more than the rest of them because I know what it needs to do for me. So, I'll get that marked. Okay. Some blades, if you buy a knockoff, I've got some knockoff blades that I bought, and they're, I think they're 2.0. Festool even makes a 1.8 blade that you can put on this, and this will be different from your it'll bring the blade away from your splinter guard. So I always make sure that I'm using a Festool. I don't know, this is a 28 tooth blade or something, but it's a 2.2. It's a 2.2, and I know the 2.2 and my splinter guard are perfect. They match each other, so there's no sloppiness there. Like I said, if I was to put on my cheap blade, it's going to be different. I tape it. That way my piece and my nosing stay right where I marked them both. That way my mark doesn't move. It's important to do that. Alright. Also, I've got my blade depth set to just get past this, so you want to make sure if you are cutting on something that your blade's not going to hit that. Dang, look at that. I ruined the... Fuck. Dang it. It fell out of my van and something happened. I don't want to buy another cheap camera. Oh well. Oh well. Okay. So, okay. I forgot to put that on that other one, but I made it. Alright. And then once you get to know your tools, you know what you can do and what you don't. You know, sometimes you can eliminate a step. I don't know. Sometimes eliminating that step will cause you problems. Gentle getting that in the track. Oh, it moved on me. Fuck. Oh well, I got away with that. My track moved on me on the end there. Gotta be careful. All about the correct amount of pressure. Alright, I want to back grind this. Also, I'm following my star mark. Sometimes a little bit of that's left in there. See that? A little bit left right there. Grind that right to that line. Sorry guys. I don't want to have to buy a new camera. Okay. Okay. And this one, I can see a little of that star mark still. So I will... Also, why I sand it is fits in there better, and I always cut it at an angle. You can set the saw to do that, but if you put it on an angle to back cut that for you, then you're putting an angle on the front. So I just choose to use the grinder. Alright, so that's what we're up to today, and I'll let you guys go. Thanks for watching. We'll fit this last piece in, and then we'll just say over and out. So I'll have to mess with this one. The skirt is kicked out a little bit, so it'll fit down, but it's a little snug. Anyways, I'll grind that back and get her going. So thanks for watching, and see you guys on the next one.